We have two things over here, Laplace transform and Fourier transform. Laplace transform and Fourier transform. Fourier transform already completed. So x of t, Fourier transform, we will write it as x of j omega. This is Fourier transform pair, double-sided arrow, forward direction Fourier transform, reverse direction inverse Fourier transform. Same x of t, we can also calculate Laplace transform, and it is represented by x of s, and it is called Laplace transform pair, double-sided arrow. Forward direction is Laplace transform, reverse direction is inverse Laplace transform. Forward direction Laplace transform, reverse direction inverse Laplace transform. So what we observe here is S equal to j omega. S is equal to j omega. And S means sigma plus, okay, real part and imaginary part, both will be present in Laplace transform. Okay, S is nothing but sigma plus j omega. But here for Fourier transform, real part we will take 0. In Fourier transform, real part we will take 0. In Laplace transform, we will have both the real part and imaginary part. Okay, sigma plus j omega, that is S value. Okay, and we already know pole zero diagram can be done using the x of s. For example, if x of s equal to s plus 3 divided by s plus 1 into s plus 2, and the numerator equated to 0, you will get the zeros. Denominator equated to 0, you will get the poles. And if you draw the pole zero diagram, you can also give the stability of a system. X is representing a system behavior. Okay, x of s is representing system behavior, and that system, whether it is stable or not, we can analyze by doing the pole zero diagram. Okay, so what are the advantages of Laplace transform means? Advantages of Laplace transform. Advantages of Laplace transform. Using pole zero diagram, we will do some problems also in our next session. We can calculate stability. We can calculate stability of a system. We can also calculate causality of the system, right-handed signal or not, causality of a system. And we can do analysis on a system, okay, on any networks. On any networks, we can do analysis. We can also derive the transfer function, derive transfer function for a system. All these are applications. We can also represent any system with a linear differential equation, because x of t is continuous time domain signal, so it is differential equation. If x of n is there, that will become difference equation. And analysis of any networks, analysis of networks. I will also try to do any RLC circuit, how to do the analysis. One problem we will try to do in our next sessions. So these are the advantages of Laplace transform. These are the advantages of Laplace transform: stability calculation, causality, deriving transfer function, linear differential equation, and the analysis of any network given. So all the calculations, all the representations will be exactly same as Fourier transform. Only in the place of j omega, we have to put s. So we will try to discuss more in our next sessions. Laplace transform, I will go with the continuation. In Laplace transform, we are having a variable called s. This is called a complex variable. This is called complex variable. This is sigma plus j omega. Sigma is real part and j omega is imaginary part. Whenever j comes, it is imaginary part. And whenever sigma equal to 0, we will be left out only with j omega. This will come in Fourier transform. In Fourier transform, real part is 0. Other than that, instead of j omega, if you replace s, Fourier can be converted to Laplace. Okay, these are the applications of Laplace transform. I am going to the next point in Laplace transform, ROC or region of convergence. ROC or region of convergence, which means ROC or region of convergence. There are two definitions for this. The range of values of s, for which the integral of Laplace transform converges. Integral of Laplace transform converges. That is called ROC, or region of convergence. In other way, the complex values or complex numbers, which is nothing but S value only, complex values or complex numbers, which is nothing but S value. S is sigma plus j omega, so this combinedly sigma plus j omega is nothing but complex numbers. The range of complex numbers, range of complex values, where the integral of Laplace transform converges, that is called region of convergence or ROC, region of convergence or ROC. If you see x of t is a signal, its Laplace transform is x of s. Double-sided arrow means Laplace transform pair. In time domain, it is x of t, and this is continuous time signal. Continuous time signal, it is x of t. In frequency domain, it is x of s. Frequency domain, x of s. Forward direction, we are converting time domain to frequency domain. That is called Laplace transform. In the backward direction, we can convert frequency domain to time domain. That is called inverse Laplace transform. Double-sided arrow meaning is that. And now when you want to have the frequency domain, the formula is minus infinite to plus infinite, signal into e power minus st dt. Signal into e power minus st dt. You have the integral values on both sides, positive and negative values. These are the values for t. And if you take x of s equal to integration limits only positive or only negative, if you are taking only one-sided values, that is called unilateral Laplace transform. Unilateral or one-sided Laplace transform. Unilateral or one-sided Laplace transform. If you take the integration limits, both sides, positive as well as negative, it is called bilateral or two-sided Laplace transform. Bilateral or two-sided Laplace transform. Now, both of these equations are formulas for finding Laplace transform, which is time domain to frequency domain conversion. Time domain to frequency domain conversion. Okay. And if you see here, the range of values of s, you are calculating x of s, you are calculating x of s, the range of values of s where this integral is convergible, those values of s is nothing but ROC, region of convergence. Those values where the integral exists, where the integral exists or where the integral converges. Okay, where the integral exists or where the integral converges, that is those range of s values is nothing but region of convergence. Okay. Integration limits, if you are taking both sides positive and negative, it is called bilateral or two-sided Laplace transform. If you are taking only positive or only negative, how to take only negative? Minus infinite to 0. If the limits are minus infinite to 0, then in that case it is called, that is also called unilateral. Only positive or only negative, that is called unilateral. Two types of transform Laplace are there. Unilateral or one-sided. Second type is bilateral or two-sided. This is about forward direction. If you want reverse direction, how you will do? If you want time domain, then it is 1 by 2 pi integration minus infinite to plus infinite x of s e power plus st ds, plus st ds. So both of these are forward direction, finding Laplace transform, equation 1, and this is reverse direction, inverse Laplace transform. Equation 2 is inverse Laplace transform, converting frequency domain to time domain. Converting frequency domain to time domain. Okay, this I am writing by the side. Now I am going to the actual problem. In Laplace transform actual problem, we have to find the Laplace transform as well as ROC of the given signal. Okay, already we know the formula for Laplace transform is integration minus infinite to plus infinite signal into e power minus st dt. This is the formula for Laplace transform. But if you put x of t is e power minus at u of t given in the question. E power minus at u of t, this is given in the question, e power minus st dt. If you see this u of t is step signal, and if you draw the diagram, it is height is 1 and exists only on positive side. So limits I have to take 0 to infinite. Okay, and the height is 1, so in the place of u of t I can put 1. And if I combine the exponentials, I can write something like this, and limits are 0 to infinite. Limits are 0 to infinite. So we already know integration of e power ax is nothing but e power ax divided by a. This is our general formula, integration of exponential general formula. So I will apply that here. E power minus of s plus a t divided by minus of s plus a. This complete is constant, and in the place of t I have to substitute the limit, because integration we are doing with respect to t. In the place of t only I have to substitute the limit. So minus 1 by s plus a is a constant. I am taking it outside. Now e power, okay, minus of s plus a, in the place of t if I put infinite, this becomes e power minus infinite. Infinite into anything is infinite. Minus substitution of lower limit. If you see here, this is minus 1 by s plus a. E value is 2.71. So e power minus infinity is 1 by e power infinite. Okay. So e power minus infinity is 1 by e power infinite. E value 2.71. Okay, power infinite will become infinite. So finally this value is 0. E power minus infinite value is 0. E power 0, anything to the power 0, value is 1. Now this is 1 by s plus a. This is the Laplace transform of given signal. Now how to calculate ROC? Take the modulus of x of s, take only the denominator. Okay, modulus, because the given signal is right-handed signal. Because u of t is present, u of t is right-handed signal. I have to take it as greater than 0. So now s is greater than minus a. Otherwise, you can write real part of s is greater than minus a, because imaginary part is not there here on the right side. Okay. Right side imaginary part is 0. S is nothing but what I am trying to tell you. S is nothing but sigma plus j omega. It is greater than a. Imaginary part is 0, so I can write plus j0. Imaginary part I can write plus j0. Okay. This is just for rough I am writing. A means a plus j0. S means sigma plus j omega. Okay. So only real part we are equating. So you can also write real part of S is greater than minus a. This is about the ROC, region of convergence. If you want to plot, if you want to make the sketch of ROC, this x-axis, y-axis. X-axis is real axis, y-axis is imaginary axis. Minus a means on the left side it will come. Real part of S greater than minus a means you draw a dotted line at minus a. All the region to the right side of minus a. Greater than means to the right side. This is nothing but ROC. You can write in big letters ROC. You can shade everything to the right of minus a, and you can write it as ROC. This is region of convergence for the given signal.